We're back in our little blue room backstage at the Electric Picnic, and the Duckworth Lewis Method, men who laugh in the face of fear, are here indeed.
Yes.
Lads, good to see you. You have been
Pleasure, man.
extremely busy by the looks of things recently. The second album is out, and did I see you freestyling with some cricket pundit on TV at some point recently? I know nothing about
When
cricket.
you say
apologies.
freestyling, what exactly
Well, he was
do you mean?
freestyling. He was doing something strange, and you were doing your thing.
Yes, it was the Henry Blofeld.
Oh, was it on TMS? Test Match
Yes.
Special, which is, the sort of legendary radio programme of the BBC for cricket. And
It's the Harbour Hotel of cricket.
you see, I don't even get that.
Oh, I'm telling you, that's one for the oldies.
Henry Blofeld, Blowers, is like, he's been on it since the 70s.
He's in his
and
80s.
He's
incredible,
fantastic voice. And we got him on one of our tracks on It's Just Not Cricket. When we went on the show, which in itself was quite weird because we were one of only two people who have ever been back on the show.
Yeah.
Blow trumpet. We got Blowers to, as Agar
rap.
said, to do his rap on the
I know
song.
people say rap, they mean he's just going to talk.
Yes.
But he did it, he was pretty nervous actually.
He was very.
And I was poking him when I was playing the guitar going, now, say it now. And he's like, my dear old thing. All this kind of stuff.
It's just not cricket.
So, it was fun. But, the things you do for, to stand out in the crowd record-wise nowadays. I mean, we did this for a love of cricket and great pop music, like, ELO and all
And
that kind of
record
stuff.
sales.
And the thing is, it's hit a cult nerve, as they say. And we're very happy, that we were probably we are the first people to make 2 records about cricket solely.
I think we'll be the last as well.
Solely Limbo.
I have that feeling.
Yes, I think it'll be the second one as the last. Yeah.
Well, that was the thing. I hate to use novelty and all that, and I'm not using novelty, by the
Don't
way.
them.
That's the word that just actually I think somebody walked past and said it there
Yes.
outside. Anyway, well, let's just stay away from that
I
word.
don't know. To be honest, I've never had a problem with novelty hits. Some of my favourite songs are pretty much one-hit wonders.
Well, we'd love a novelty hit. I mean, we'd love to...
We've had as much of a hit as you can have these days.
Yeah,
you know?
we'd have the classic top 10 and we can go on top of the pops.
Yeah, but
that's gone now.
they're just the basic infrastructure of hits is gone. It's not coming back.
It's true.
Anyway, sorry, you were saying?
I had a very interesting question. I'm trying to think what it was now.
When you say novelty.
No, novelty is not a word that we should really stay away from. We should expel from the
But
English
niche.
language. Thank you. And it begins with N as well.
Yes.
When you did the first album, did you have any idea? Was it just one of those things? Let's just put this out there and see what happens. Did you have any? Was there any sort of plan that let's do a string of albums or at least 2?
No, there really wasn't a plan. I remember actually my mindset at that time, and it was really not to do any more music ever again. Because I'd just done 11 Modern Antiquities as a Pugwash album, and I was very proud of it. But it completely bombed, And I mean, I have to accept that if you release records mainly in Ireland, they're pretty much going to bomb even when they're successful. I mean, I know that sounds like an oxymoron or, one of those phrases, but it's true. You can't sustain, So I just went, I can't be doing this anymore. And then, of course, I was having a great bit of fun with Neil, and we just decided that, to have this idea when we just thought, cricket lyrics. And then it was fun. I was like happy to be back in the studio and happy to be writing again. So I remember changing my mind.
Saved his life.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good
Drowning
claim
in
to fame, actually.
Pop. That's good for me. Keep that one in. Edit. But no, honestly, he did. I mean, because he gave me a bit of buzz back, and I'm sure, I gave something back to Neil.
Well, I love the fact that, I got to make 2 albums about cricket, and who else would have done that with me?
That's true.
That's
have to
just,
say.
it's fantastic.
I don't want to answer that, but no.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else would have done that.
Who could have?
I love this guy. I love him.
But is it a distraction, obviously, Divine Comedy, Pugwash, is it a distraction from the other music that you make? Because, I mean, even if you look now, you're off to UK tour next week,
It's
is
a
it?
blessed
UK tour
distraction.
okay, fair enough. Yeah, UK
Thank
tour
God.
September and end of September. But I've got to say, no, I mean, when Neil wants to make a record, he'll make one. And when I want to make a record, I'll make one. There's never a case of going, oh, God.
Well, no, it's like last year when you suggested making a Duckworth Lewis album. I thought, yeah, because I really haven't a clue what I'd do for my own, Just the way you always know when you've got it in you. And I really just
She said
didn't.
last night.
I didn't have it in me.
You can say it.
It's a family show.
But
Okay.
no, but it's true. You know, we both kind of had. You know, I'd just been on the back of Olympus Sound. Neil had great success with Bangos and Hood, but it was a bit away, and he'd been writing musicals and all that kind of stuff. So, a bit of fun back in our lives was probably needed. Now I have great fun with Bugwash, but you know, you do need a bit coming back at you to enjoy it a bit as well. So, you know, there's an element of that.
Is there a Power Ballads album in the two of you at some point in the future? I really think it could work.
They're very easy to write.
Get thee behind us, Satan, because frankly, that's an awesome idea. But you know, we don't want to make another album.
Well, Neil, you know, Neil's a big 80s fan. You know, I love aspects of the 80s, but you know me, I'm a big 60s, 70s fan. But of course, Neil does love that as well. But mainly 80s. So I think Power Ballads for Neil would be very exciting.
In the Venn diagram of our musical tastes, we kind of have a chunk of the late 70s where we overlap. You know.
Yeah, I think M by pop music, the Buggles, and ELO all met in the middle.
Exactly.
And formed the Corgis, which became Visage.
And that's where it lost you.
Ultravox, and then, I know, I still love all them. But, you know, so it's just all kind of mishmash around there. But I think Power Ballads, as in, don't push too far, your dreams are.
Oh my God, that's one of my least favorite songs ever.
That's
Well,
a big
okay,
Power Ballads.
I'll let you go after this, but let me just float this idea. A Power Ballads album with
Right.
either a theme of javelin,
Here we
long
go.
jump, or
The
coursing.
Athletics album, Track and Field.
Track and field, there's your title.
It's
You can
quite a
work
good
from
title.
there.
Track and Field.
You
You
get
heard it
Daley
here.
Thompson to narrate it, like Ogden's Nut Gone Flake, but the small faces. Daley Thompson can narrate it. Stuart Hawken.
Oh dear. Oh well.
God.
That sounds like a perfectly good idea. I'll leave you to it, and maybe by the time you're back at the picnic next year, fingers crossed, you'll have that all done and
We'll
ready.
never be back here. It's never going to happen, is it, Neil? Because we're going to have to make another record. It's
Well-
never going to happen.
Maybe when Ireland finally submits to Test cricket, you know,
Yeah, we'd love to be back.
and suddenly it's like the most popular sport in the country.
Yes, if Ireland do it particularly great in the cricket, we will be back.
Yeah. So it's all up to them.
Or javelin. You never
No
know.
javelin records. No.
Javelin.
Okay, long jump. Long jump is a perfectly reasonable one.
Go ahead and long jump.
Jump by Van Halen. It's not a
Yeah.
power ballad, but we could make an exception. Right, this is getting ridiculous.
Well, I did
Lads,
Panama
thank you.
for Javelin by Van Halen as well.
I'm
so
afraid
that
it went ridiculous a long time
It did,
before
it did.
this.
I think when the door closed. Guys, thank you so much for dropping
pleasure,
in.
Dan.
Best of luck with the tour.
Thanks very
Thank
much.
you, Dan.